Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing an advanced review for Super Megaforce Episode 1. So this is Season 2 of Megaforce, and they do like 2 seasons for every Power Ranger series. Now, I did do a review for the first episode of Megaforce, and I continue reviewing the series on DarkAvengerINC previously. I got up to like halfway through the series, and honestly then I stopped watching. I just didn't really love the characters, and I felt like I was a little bored with it, you know, it was just okay. I feel like this assemble of characters, I just didn't really love them. And a lot of the episodes were very generic Power Ranger episodes, and so I did stop watching the first season. But the reason I watched the first season was for the Legacy Wars, and this season really, seeing all the Rangers really come together. So I was super excited to watch this episode. Now, will I continue reviewing every episode? I don't know. If I do, it'll be on Comic Frontline, because DarkAvengerINC, again, was where I used to review it, but DarkAvengerINC is now moving to Comic Frontline, so I will have a link to Comic Frontline, because we are doing a lot of Power Ranger stuff. We're actually doing a whole series on reviewing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and we're going to do, like, I guess, round off. So, like, I'll review one week, you know, Mike Spider-Slayer might review another week, Chris will review the next week, so we're going to be going in a circle reviewing it, so we'll have different people reviewing every episode. And we have a really fun promo coming out today, actually, so if you want to go check that out, we make a parody of Power Rangers. I was Rita, so if you want to go check that out, it's a lot of fun. So we have a lot of Power Rangers stuff going on Comic Frontline, so if you want to subscribe, you could go subscribe there. Let's talk about this episode. Yes, this is an advanced review because Nickelodeon released the episode a little early, actually. And Nickelodeon tends to do this with shows that have a lot of following. Obviously, Power Ranger has a big following. They did this with Legend of Korra also, I think the first episode, the last episode, so they tend to do this a lot. And I think it's great promotion on Nickelodeon's part, because you know the kids are not going to watch it online, but the people that like the show or fans of it are going to watch it online probably, and probably watch it on TV also, so I think it's a really good promotion. So again, I was excited for this episode because we are going to see all the different generation of Power Rangers, and these team members that maybe I don't like so much because I didn't love Megaforce are going to be using all these different powers for the all the different seasons of Power Rangers, and I was actually pretty excited for that. And also for Legacy War, so totally excited for that. So on Comic Frontline, we're going to be doing something special for that. I don't know what yet, but we are doing something special. And I'm sure I'm going to have a review for that, even if I don't review the whole season. But in this episode, we get to see that the Power Rangers are defeating the monsters, I guess, from last season. Again, I didn't finish the season. Something happened to Robo Knight. I'm guessing we'll see him in the season, but not for a while. And I kind of like that because I didn't really like Robo Knight that much. I didn't think he fit that well, but that's just my opinion. But it's going to be nice just to see the Rangers again. But it seems like Troy's pretty upset about it. He's like, I will find you, Robo Knight. And he's like sitting on a rock really dramatically. There are a lot of corny scenes like that in this episode. It's Power Rangers, but it's a little bit too corny. But we do get a lot of those corny scenes. But a lot of this episode is actually action and discovering what are these powers. So there's a lot of putties, there's a lot of monsters. They are going ultra here. We got 4 monsters becoming big and ultra. We got like 1,000 putties. There's a lot of monsters here. So it's like, what are we going to do? We're not strong enough. So they go back to their cave and they get the pirate form. And they get their Super Mega form, so they could change into whatever Ranger from the past. So they change into Samurai Ranger, Mystic Ranger, they change into all these Rangers. And that was the best part of this episode, was really seeing them turn into other Rangers and thinking about those seasons. Like, oh yeah, I remember Mystic Force, I remember obviously Samurai because that was last season, but they really are bringing back those memories, and I love how really every Ranger was very diverse with their powers. They always had different powers, so it's cool seeing these Rangers a little stronger. There's a scene where they all became Red Rangers, so there's a lot of possibilities for some cool fights here. So we got a lot of cool fights. The pirate form is actually pretty cool also. It felt like classic. It actually felt like a pirate form with the guns and everything and the swords. It felt really smooth, the fighting, so I like that. So the fighting here was actually really great. I think it was the best of the season. I'm looking forward to that. There was actually a lot of civilian scenes in this episode, and I actually was thinking about this. There really isn't a civilian character that's a minor character. A lot of seasons you will see that civilian minor character. What I'm thinking about is the high school seasons. We had Bulk and Skull. I think we have other minor characters too. We actually had a lot of minor civilian characters back then. And then Dino Thunder, we had that reporter, the camera person, and I feel for this season we really didn't have that. And if we did, it was like a one-episode person. I hope in this season we build up maybe like a friend of the Rangers there, you know, someone that's a civilian. So when we have those civilian scenes, it feels like something more is at stake. It's like, oh, I know that person. They're the friends of the Power Rangers, or this person is the newspaper person at the high school. You know, I think we do need some more of those minor characters to be developed, and that actually makes a funner B story also, and I think that's why I haven't been totally enjoying the B stories, because the Rangers aren't really interacting with many people, and I do think we do need a B story minor character there, just to make those scenes more fun. Also a really awkward scene was that scientist scene. There's a teacher that returns, he's like, class is back, and everyone's so happy he's there. Like, really? Why are they so happy that he's teaching again? I was a little confused by that, and then really the whole ending was kind of awkward. Everything besides the action was a little awkward in this episode, because there really wasn't a B story. Honestly, there wasn't a story that much. It's like, get your powers, let's fight a lot. There's a lot of fighting in this episode, and that is what I enjoyed. But I hope they really fix those B stories, because that's what I didn't really like in Megaforce. I thought the B stories were really corny, even cornier than what Power Rangers is usually. And again, a problem I had with Megaforce is I felt like these characters weren't truly friends. They're just put together. They didn't really show like, oh, you know, Emma and Gia, did you feel like they were totally friends? They felt forced friends. Is that the acting? I don't know. But in Mighty Morphin, you knew those group were friends, you know? And they really showed it. So I hope in this season we get to see more of that with Super Megaforce and more of their friendship. That's something I feel they need to grow. But overall, I like this episode. It actually tempted me to watch more of this season. Again, I don't know if I'll review it. It depends. I'm not going to promise anything. And it wouldn't be on this channel. Maybe Legacy War will be on this channel, but it'll probably be on Comic Frontline. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Please tell me in the comments below what you thought. If you haven't seen the episode yet, or if you want to wait for next weekend, you can. But if you want to see the episode, I'll have it in the description below. But I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno, and tell me what you thought about this episode. And I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rad Situations. And don't forget to like my Facebook page. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.